In this video, we're going to have a little bit of fun playing the new Halloween bots on chess.com. So we can see there's an article here. We can play the new bots. And they have two bots for us to play. Pumpkin, rated 1000, and Jack-o'-lantern, rated 1600. So in this video, let's play Pumpkin, rated 1000. In the next video, we will play Jack-o'-lantern at 1600. So let's see the description. Peter the Pumpkin started playing chess at the beginning of October, and his friend Jack introduced him to the game. He's improving fast, but can be scared very easily. Alright, let's go with 1e4. And he says, hello there, care to play a quick game with this lovely little pumpkin? f6. Already exposing the king a little bit. I can tell Peter is a beginner. Let's go d4. d6. Alright, so we see some weaknesses on the light squares. Let's keep getting developed. e5. Alright, very solid triangle formation. Now I could take e5. D-pawn can take back though. It's not that impressive. So let's keep developing. Knight to e7. Okay. Now I'm looking for ways that I could get the queen on this diagonal. Maybe set up some sort of checkmate. I don't know how easy it'll be to do. Other options would be to take. Oh, this could be interesting. If pawn takes back, I have bishop to f7 check, deflecting the king away and winning the queen. So if I take and this pawn takes, then I can take with the knight, setting up that same scenario. Pawn takes, bishop check. Alright, let's see what Peter does. I think I'm winning the queen. Alright, c5. Bit of a strange move. But maybe he spotted this idea of trying to win his queen. Alright, so I'm still thinking here, can I expose this black king and the open light squares? Let's see. E takes f6 is very tempting. If g takes f6 back, then all I have to do is move the knight and get my queen on this diagonal. This pawn is also free with e takes d6. Okay. So do I want to expose these light squares or win the pawn for free? I think what I would like to do is win the pawn for free and then try to bring my queen in. But I could go either way on this. Alright, let's try this. Attacking the knight. Peter moves it away. Alright, so now I could play a quick queen d5. See if he spots the mate. Let's try that. Okay, he does see the mate coming. Queen d7. This pawn is about to be captured. So let's take one move here and defend the pawn. Peter is still pretty tied down. It's hard for him to get the pieces developed. Alright, b6, trying to get that bishop into the game. Let's castle. a6. I'm not sure what the idea is with a6. Alright, so now we see this king still in the center, and my king is castled safely. What I would like to do is get a rook on e1, push the e-pawn, open up the black king. And I think the quickest way to do this is probably just push this e-pawn straight away. We're okay with trades on e5 here. Okay. Oh, so this was in Peter's notes. He does get a bit scared. He's been avoiding trades. Now I realize what that means. Alright, so I can push this pawn again. It's defended by queen and bishop. And black only has queen and bishop attacking it. So this will force Peter to retreat the queen. Alright. So now we have the option between a free pawn or pushing one of our pawns up to the 7th rank. I think both are good. I really like pushing a pawn to the 7th rank because then we're getting our rook in with check very soon. All right, now this knight is hanging. So if I took back right away, the bishop could take. I want to take here with the queen, pinning this knight, which is also attacked by a pawn. So that's going to allow me to win another piece, and this rook is still ready to come in next. All right, so now I think it makes sense to bring the rook in. And this is about to be checkmate. It's getting very close. So black wants to escape. Oh, there's no castling though yet because of bishop guarding g8. So I'm trying to think, does it make sense to sacrifice the rook here with check? Or should I move the queen and try to double attack this bishop? It's pretty straightforward to double attack the bishop because I could even triple attack it on the next move. So let's try this. I don't think black can defend this bishop enough times. So we see queen and king both defending it. But now after bishop to g5, I have that e7 bishop triple attacked. And it's still pinned. Yeah, so Peter can't get out of it. And now it'll be checkmate on the next move. He said, I'm scared. Okay, I said checkmate on the next move. Now I got to figure out if that's actually 2 moves. I think it is. We'll do this. Double check, or discovered check with the queen, and then checkmate. All right, so Peter lasted 20 moves. Did not put up a very good fight, I would say. Let's check the game review. See how this looks. Okay, it's loading. Generating trading plan. I had an 86.2 accuracy. And it looks like if we go to the analysis, I mean, it looks pretty smooth. Yeah, I don't see any big mistakes. D takes e5, got a great move, opening up the center. This is the way to win material. Good job finding it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this game. I don't think there's any big improvements on my part. For Peter, I think this whole setup with having the pawns on the dark squares really left the light squares exposed. So it allowed me to use the bishop, kind of look for ideas with the queen coming in, and the total lack of development from black was also kind of the big downfall. So since this game was so quick, let's jump into the next bot right away. Let's go play the trainer for Peter. Let's play Jack-o'-lantern. So Jack was an up-and-coming pumpkin with a promising future in chess until an unfortunate mouse slip made him lose an important tournament. After the incident, Jack swore to dedicate his chess to spreading havoc over the board. Can you beat this aggressive, lobotomized pumpkin? Let's try. We'll do friendly again. Trick or treat. I know I'm ready for some tricks. All right, so let's go e4 again and just see what Jack has in store. e5. I think we'll go with the Goring Gambit or the Scotch game. I have a new e4 course coming out for ChessGoals, which involves knight takes d4, the Scotch game. But I also really want to try the Goring Gambit just to see what he does. All right, let's do Goring Gambit. All right, we got the accepted line. Bishop to b4, this is theory. Queen f6. Now I have to admit I don't know a lot of my Goring Gambit theory anymore. Let's just castle, and we'll try to attack the black position next. Okay, b takes c3. Queen can take c3 back. Or do I start with bishop to g5? No great squares for the queen, and then take the bishop back. Well, queen to d6 could maybe be played. All right, let's take here. We'll gambit another pawn. He does not take the pawn and plays knight to e5 with a little fork. Alright, I think I want to take this. But I don't want to trade too many pieces. I gotta be a little bit careful about that. Let's take. Now let's threaten this f7 pawn. Double attack on f7. Oh, and he lets me take it. This is not going to be good. Your check is not scary. Oh, I don't know. That king stuck in the center. This is not looking good for black. All right, but how do we take advantage of it now? Pawns are even. Let's start with bishop to a3. d6 could be played though, kind of blocking the bishop. Maybe bishop to b2 is better with c4 ideas. I'm thinking either way, what I'd like to do is connect the rooks. Pawn to f4 is even pretty tempting here. Alright, let's try this. Bishop b2. Gambiting a pawn. Playing aggressive. Alright. We see the pumpkin returns the aggression with the threat of queen takes h2 checkmate. So there's a couple ways to block it. f4 or g3. I'm kind of thinking g3 might be the way to go. f4 does open up this dark diagonal to moves like queen c5 check. Alright, rook f8. Now I think what I would like to do is get this bishop back to safety and bring the a1 rook into the game. What's the best way to do that? Pawn to f4, there's still the queen check on c5. What else could I play? I'm a little tempted to play h3 just to kick this knight out. Yeah, let's go h3. Oh, I was wondering if knight takes f2 was a move. Okay. I don't think this is good, though. I don't see how this could be a good move. I could take with the king, even. And then sidestep. Like, if I take with the king, queen f6 check, and then sidestep. Or I could take with the rook, allowing this check. Then my king's on the run. Okay, bringing this bishop out. This bot is aggressive. Bishop to e6 is probably a threat right here with this pin. I'd like to go king g2, but queen takes pawn check. King h2 and then queen e2 check. How do I get out of this? Oh, if bishop to e6, I do have queen takes pawn hitting the rook. I don't like this threat of bishop e6, though. let's go aggressive. I think this is the way to beat the pumpkin. If queen takes g3, I was going to block with rook. So now there's no big checks that I'm afraid of. Queen takes g3 is probably still the threat. Let's go rook f4. Blockading this. Oh, pawn to g5. So aggressive. Alright, but I think I could take time to capture this first. Could back that rook up one square. Yeah, this seems okay. Oh, I forgot it's with check. Oh no, I forgot it's with check. This is not good. This is not good. Now we're down 2 points. Oh man, I forgot it's with check. I'm in trouble. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm wondering if I should offer the queen trade, knowing that the bot is aggressive. It may avoid the queen trade. Because I do still have the bishop pair. Yeah, queen trade avoided. Alright. This bishop pair could be valuable. So I need to free the bishop and then try to win this pawn. All right, bishop trade offer. Makes sense. I really don't want that trade, but I'm not sure where to put my bishop. I'd really like bishop to a3. Is he going to repeat? Oh, he wants the draw? I'll make a different move next time. All right, bishop a3 next. There we go. So now this pawn's attacked. Let's play, I want bishop c4 check, but bishop can block. So let's play f5. Rook h1 is also on my radar. Wow, bishop takes pawn. Okay, I'll take that. King up, I'm guessing. I feel like the black king is almost in a mating net. My king looks pretty safe up here. The bishops are really guarding all the important squares, and my rook is coming in next. Threatening bishop d4 check. Oh, he's allowing bishop to d4 check. I also have rook e6 check. Oh yeah, because here there's rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes, rook block. I think I want to just keep these bishops on. They're too strong to trade off here. Now do I push the pawn or take this free pawn? F6 check. King g6 maybe? We'll take this first. Interesting. So I still want this bishop check. And he's giving me the rook. Oh, let's hit him with the pawn check. If king takes, it's a win the rook with a discovery. This is starting to look really good. So I can take, check, and then queen on the next move. So he doesn't take. So now I would like the rook on the 7th rank. Let's guard this pawn first, freeing this rook to move. Oh, he's sacrificing. Okay, so now it's a matter of technique. I think this is the quickest way to win. I'm going to check with the bishop, putting him back onto the 8th rank, and then checkmate with the rook. So I want to cover all of these squares and then play rook to the 8th rank. Trick or treat. Jack-o'-lantern takes a loss. So that was a bad game in the sense that I made a couple big blunders, but I think the tactics that Jack-o'-lantern was throwing at me really threw me off a bit. Let's look at the game review. Yeah, right here. Pawn takes rook with check. I just completely forgot that this was with a check. I don't know what I was thinking. I believe rook f3 was better. Let's look. Yeah, rook f3 was best. Okay, so we're still +4 here. So good game, Jack-o'-lantern, and good game to the pumpkin. And let me know in the chat, if you, or in the comments below, if you guys play these chess.com Halloween bots. Let me know how you do, especially against Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern's tricky, and I could see definitely losing a couple games to Jack-o'-lantern in a match. So yeah, let me know if you try these bots out, how you do. All right, thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.